What is going on, guys? Quarantine coming at you with a little update on the Crow Quarantine channel. So, yeah, guys, doing myself. So today, I'm gonna be going over some future uploads that you will see very soon. Probably some of them for the most not too soon, but pretty freaking soon. This is more of like pretty much me updating you what's gonna happen for the next maybe couple months or so of like the future Crow 2019 channel and the movies such whatnot like the Jake 2 movie, Evil Residence, and future Wolverine film, and Deadpool vs. Wolverine, and Bounty Hunter vs. The Punisher. So we're gonna head and talk about those, and we're also gonna be talking about a very important Lego stop motion animation movie I am planning on making from scratch all the way to the end. And it's inspired by one of these really cool YouTubers. I'm not saying I wouldn't say I'm technically friends with. I am trying to get a hold of him, trying to follow him on his Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, because he makes really good trailers based on superhero categories like DC, Marvel, and Star Wars and such like that. He makes these really cool custom-made freaking trailers where he has like Marvel versus Star Wars, or DC versus Star Wars, or Marvel versus DC, or DC and Marvel versus Star Wars. And he makes these really amazing freaking trailers for each one of those times he makes one. And he made one that was really freaking awesome that actually would be very, very amazing to make. And I'm planning on making his entire trailer of that completely out of Lego, and then actually going to make a film based on that trailer. How I'm going to do this is going to be very tricky, but I'm still going to make it work. So let's go ahead, before we get into the Lego category, let's go ahead and talk about the future movies that are coming out for the Crow 2019. First off, the first and actually more recent movie that's going to be coming up very, very soon, I'm working on it actually right now in the back, is a solo Wolverine movie. Basically, this movie isn't a movie with a full-on story. It does have a story, I will tell you that right now. But basically, it is to test out these new Wolverine claws that I did get about a couple of days ago. I needed to make sure that they were working and that they were stable enough to hit an actual human being, or like if they were to hit like a fake prop, like the blades wouldn't break in half and like incinerate into like 1,000 pieces. These ones were actually really sturdy and very well done, in my opinion. So when I saw that they were really good to look on film, I had to try them out for myself. So it was mostly a last-minute film that I made with my friends, and it turned out pretty okay, in all honesty. And it's to warm up, to get all hyped up for the new Logan movie coming out this Friday. And I'm trying to get everybody hyped up for a Deadpool vs. Wolverine movie, because we're really trying to get Hugh Jackman to stay as Wolverine out here in the Deadpool community, because we as a Deadpool community, we really want Deadpool vs. Wolverine. And he said he's been considering it, but he's not really all hyped up for it, so there's a possibility he might and possibility he might not. So I'm trying to make a fan film of like everybody who wants Deadpool vs. Wolverine, and planning on making it happen myself. So it's more of a 5-minute long video, so don't expect like a really big movie like I usually do for Bounty Hunters and stuff like that, because it's not. This is just really a test footage to see how the claws worked, and in my opinion, I think the claws looked really good on film. So that's coming out in about maybe a day or maybe in a little bit, so be sure to look out for that. Also, I will be making a movie on Bounty Hunter vs. Punisher, like I had hyped up before. I made a teaser about that. Everybody's been wondering, when are you going to make that? I told them that I'm trying to make it. At first, I was trying to lead with having an older Punisher versus the Bounty Hunter, to say like, the Punisher got old and he still knows how to do stuff, but he's old. But it turns out that wasn't going to work, so I just kind of dropped it. So I was like, okay, I have to find somebody who is as old as I am, maybe a little bit older, but not too old, and see how he fits, and still trying to work out the kinks up for that and such. Also, if you notice, when the Wolverine movie comes up, it's already not up already. The Bounty Hunter does make 2 appearances in there, so I am planning on making a Bounty Hunter versus Wolverine movie. When is that going to be? No clue. My main goal still is to try and get a DC character to fight the Bounty Hunter, because the Bounty Hunter can fly between 2 universes, and I think that's what I need to make sure that I land on, because so far I've done nothing but Marvel characters, and not enough video game characters, and I've done no DC characters, and I want to do that. So before I even get into the Wolverine situation with the Bounty Hunter, I need to make him fight somebody from the DC universe. It could be Superman, it can be Batman. I'm most likely going to do a Batman one, but who knows when that'll happen too. But there's a bunch of plans to make a bunch of movies. I also have speculations, thanks to Ruben Sanchez, to actually make a 3rd Division movie. Can't tell you what that would be about, because we're still trying to work it out right now. Possible making a John Wick movie with my friend AJ. and gonna see how that turns out. By the looks of our brainstorming notes, we actually turned out to make something really well done. It's gonna be pretty fun and stuff like that. I actually think this one's gonna be pretty badass. I got a lot of freaking ideas we're gonna go after, but pretty much how the lineup is, like, movies wise, that are actually going to happen 100% is Jake 2, which we're gonna try and film this week. Wolverine is coming out soon, very soon, maybe by like in another hour or two, maybe tomorrow, who knows. Definitely gonna make a Deadpool vs. Wolverine movie, and then I'm finally gonna get to the Bounty Hunter versus the Punisher before the 4th of July. That is my plan. That is the whole lineup for right now, and I'm going to make the Lego Star Wars versus Marvel. So that is going to be a huge project, and by the looks of it, you can clearly see I'm very serious about it. But since we got all the pretty much of what the basic future live action movies are going to come in to consist of, that I'm going to be putting out there on the Crow's 19 in the future, let's go ahead and get into the Lego category. As you can see, we have a Spawn Lego minifig. Not sure if he's a Marvel-based character, but I am planning on using him for some sort of future Lego film. Either just the Spawn film itself, or maybe it's Marvel-based, who knows. Also from Media Replay, we have the Wolverine from the X-Men's Wolverine. And it's very well crafted, very well detailed, and I love the hell. We have also from Media Replay Vision. I've been needing a Vision for the longest time, and I'm glad to have one of my own. And we have 2 Doctor Stranges. One is from Media Replay and one is from eBay. Now, I really can't tell which one's better quality, but by the looks of it, it looks like the back one has more quality with the mustache and facial structure, just because I think the other one's face is a little higher on the actual head of it, so I'm not sure. Then we have the Captain America category lineup. We have in the back a custom-made Captain America that I made myself, just to basically look like the old-fashioned Captain America from the original series TV. But I'm basically trying to make it look like he's the future of the Avengers, and pretty much they're all dead, and he's pretty much the last one alive and whatnot. Then we have the World War II Captain America in the back, which is really freaking cool. It came with a Red Skull set that I got a long time ago, haven't touched in a long time. And then in front of him we have the Winter Soldier Captain America from the Winter Soldier set. It's a custom-made Captain America, but very well custom-made, I must say. And then we have the Civil War and Age of Ultron Captain America in the front. We have the category for the Iron Man. We have the Hulkbuster with a really horribly well-painted Iron Man inside, because his eyes are lower than the actual leg spots it's actually supposed to be in. But I don't care, because it came with the Hulkbuster and the Hulk and Scarlet Witch and Ultron, so I was happy to have it. Then we have the first-gen Avengers Iron Man with the Triangle Reactor, which is my very first ever Iron Man's ever owned in my life. Then we have the Iron Man 3 Mark 40 or 30 something. It was one of the Iron Man suits in the Iron Man 3 when he called in his entire Iron Man army, Iron Legion, to help him with the Mandarin soldiers. And then we have the Mark 46, I believe it was, the Mark 46 Iron Man suit from the set with Ultron's drones fighting Iron Man by himself. I do have the drones still. And then last but not least, we have the Civil War based Iron Man, which is very well crafted. I love the hell out of it. Very freaking cool, and totally worth every bit of patience and time. So thank you, Kayla, for this Iron Man in particular. And next we have one that I thought I would never get in the long run, but apparently with patience, thanks to Kayla, has given me that opportunity. I have Falcon. Falcon is really well crafted. I love his chest piece. It looks really freaking awesome. Love the wings, and I love the guns. They're freaking amazing looking. The back, on the other hand, of the Falcon is a little weird, so I'm planning on fixing that with some little black pieces, like for the smooth whatnot. So that is the plan all out. So that is a really cool minifigure. Next, we're in the Winter Soldier category. We have a custom-made Winter Soldier from Media Replay. This is mostly based off of the comic book looking Winter Soldier by the looks of it. I didn't know about it until later, but you know, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to a lot of things. But I'm planning on just saying that this is the Winter Soldier based freaking Winter Soldier minifigure. But problem with it is the fact that it has a white arm, so if I'm correct, this is a comic book based Winter Soldier. Next, we have the Civil War Winter Soldier with an actual metal arm and Captain America's shield and pistol. So I love the hell out of this minifigure. I'm happy I have it, and it was totally worth the patience. Again, like I said, thanks to Kayla. That we have the She-Hulk. Never intended to ever own her ever in my life, but you know, it's good to have one. She's very well done, well crafted, and I love the hell out of her as well. And then we're in the War Machine category. Thanks to Kayla, we got the newest addition to the War Machine, and it is very well crafted. The eyes are in the right spot. Everything is just gorgeous on it. As far as this one goes, the eyes are a little more condensed into the spot that it's not supposed to be in. They're like, it's supposed to be more spread out like this one. And see how its eyes are more spread out and thin, while this one's just more square and fat. Which is fine. Like I said, the more Iron Man and the more War Machines we have, the better it is for the Iron Legion. And then we have my favorite one, which came with the Lego Marvel Heroes video game special edition, Iron Patriot. This one was by far my favorite addition to the Iron Legion, and I loved the hell out of this Iron Man suit as well in the movie. It was freaking amazing to see, and I love the hell out of War Machine in general, but Iron Patriot definitely takes the cake. And now we are in the Spider-Man category. I have the same Spider-Man, but thanks to Kayla, one of them has much more higher quality and detail, while the other one is just kind of more shaky. And then we have the very first generation Spider-Man set, Spider-Man. I don't have the Human Spider version from when Peter Parker was trying to get money for his family, Spider-Man, but I'm trying to work on it and trying to get that. And then we have the more cartoon series Spider-Man in the back, who came with the Electro's mini set that comes with a Spider-Man bike and Electro's like hovering board. Pretty well done with Spider-Man and all out, but you know, I'm not complaining. Then we got Black Panther getting close to the left. I love the hell out of this figure. Thanks to Kayla, I have this one as well. Fucking awesome in my opinion. I've always wanted a Black Panther and now I have one. And now for the last but not least, for the best, we have Deadpool. The first one I have in the back was the very first one I ever owned, and I love the hell of it because it has the 2 bullet holes on his left pec. But something was just off about it. Mostly because its arms are just wiggly, and then one of the hands were like almost about to fall off, so I had to try and change it up by changing the hands. But it looked like it made it worse by doing that, so I didn't touch it anymore. So this one's more for show. And then this one I got from Media Replay. I like this one way better just because it puts more detail into the mask and the belt. And it pops out more. It looks more like a Deadpool from the movie. So I love the hell out of that one, especially just because it looks like a legit thing. So with that being said, we have all the minifigures almost that we need for this entire production for the Marvel vs. Star Wars. Getting there, getting close, so just going to keep being patient for the time being, and we're going to get it done very, very soon. But as soon as I get out with the other films, that is yet to be determined how long this will take. It could take a whole entire month. It could take longer. Who knows? But I am willing to put in the work if I am willing to get the views. So if you give me more support than what I am asking for, I can make this happen very, very soon. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos on this channel and the Crow Show channel. I'm going to be uploading soon for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.
We gonna fall, then we let it pop, don't let it go. Come on, next gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you.